Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't make it to the next level.
That's the voice of Slade Caldwell, the class of 2024 Ole Miss commit and 10th ranked player in the country by perfect game. Tune in to hear Slade talk about his recruiting journey as well as approach to analyzing film. We're all in with Slade Caldwell. Welcome to episode number 2 of the All In podcast. I'm Conrad Cornell, your host, and I'm here today with the one and only Slade Caldwell. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, man, let's get started here. Take us back to the beginning. You're obviously Ole Miss baseball commit, class of 2024, top 10 ranked prospect in the country by perfect game.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about, the start of your career and your journey to get to where you are today.
Man, it takes me back, all the way. Oh, I think I started playing when I was like 5, just playing T-ball and then making my way through. And then up the coach's pitch when it really started, like getting competitive because I would travel all over the state and play with my travel ball team. And then migrated over to kid pitch, and then I played with this team called the Copperheads, and we were pretty competitive. We had this awesome coach. His name Freddie Garr. He took us like really fundamentally defensively and mentally strengthened us and just really built that foundation. And then I made the jump to the Yellow Bushy Giants over in Mississippi. Really a dynasty over there. They built all the way throughout Mississippi and starting to expand. And playing in Snowden Grove over there in South Haven, it's awesome. And then I started playing with BPA out of California, and that's where it really took off. Traveling everywhere and playing for Coach Jared is awesome.
Hey, so hang on real quick, Slade. You gotta take us back a little bit. So, at what point? Talk to us about your game. Like,
my game.
You're fast as hell. So you run a 6.5 60. I've seen some of the home runs you've hit on the app, and when did you start to know like that you were going to be a top prospect, a Power 5 conference player? Was it your defense that was really strong? When did the bat come along? Talk to us about that.
I've always been able to, make contact with the ball because I would always grind with my dad up in the lab and just really work on hitting. I've always been pretty quick, but ever since I started working with Glide Speed, Clyde Evans, I've really took off in that aspect of speed, and it's really helping my power as well because, adding all that speed creates the more acceleration and everything to the game.
So you're in your junior year right now. Have you been hitting home runs since Little League?
Yes, pretty
Short
much.
Answer.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. I wish I could say the same. I think I hit 3 home runs in my career. That's cool, dude. So what about your recruiting process? Talk to us about that. I mean, Ole Miss, obviously fantastic program, recent College World Series champions.
Sure.
I mean, that's got to be incredibly exciting. How was that for you?
It was awesome knowing that I committed to the school that, was later one of the last teams to get picked, and then they ended up on top. It was awesome watching that journey. So, yeah, my recruiting process probably started at the 13U Select Fest. It really took off there because I got seen by a lot of different colleges.
That's a young age.
Oh, yeah. It was almost overwhelming, but I always had my parents back there, tell me if it was too much, they could always handle it. So, them helping me really helped out a lot. So it was really like a different step. Like I was not expecting to be recruited at such a young age.
So when did Ole Miss offer? Was that the school from day one? Is that the school you grew up pulling for?
Oh, I'm an Arkansas boy, so I always grew up, rooting for the Hogs. But there was just something different about Ole Miss that I've always played over in Mississippi across the river. So playing there and then being in the town of Oxford is just one of my like second homes.
Oxford's a pretty amazing place, man. I saw a stat that um, it was the PBR, maybe top ranked Arkansas players in your class, and you were number one. And then there was about 9 Arkansas commits underneath
Oh yeah,
that.
I eat that up. I eat that up. I have a lot of buddies on that list, and it just makes me happy seeing like the Reds right here and then the other good colleges down below.
Yeah, speaking of the Rebs, it's been obviously not the best run so far, but anything can happen with the tournament. And so,
Oh
who
yeah,
who,
anything
who
can
you
happen.
got? Who are you picking to win the SEC and the College World Series this year?
I'm always gonna pull for my Rebels. I'm always gonna pull
You think
for
they're
them.
going to bring it home?
Yeah, but LSU's looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, man,
I
they've
would
got
have
a
to
bunch
pick.
of
If I was
great.
have to pick anybody, it'd be LSU.
That's awesome. Well, hey, man, um, you know you're a super fast player, super skilled in the outfield.
Thank
Great
you.
bat. What about talk about your game day routine and what you like to do to get in the zone?
Oh yeah, I wake up, usually have a cold shower because nothing beats a cold shower in the morning. And I eat a big old breakfast. Try to get as many calories in me as possible. Head to school. I drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. And during school, sometimes it's hard to lock in on the schoolwork when I'm worried about a big game or something. But I usually take my schoolwork first, and then watch film on the other team or just watch some of my past at bats, like watching my approach and everything. And then I get done with school, head over to the field, and I'll take some tee work and then some soft toss, and really work on my approach up the middle and attacking balls hard.
I found this really interesting that you said that you watch film, and I never
Hmm.
watched film really in high school. To be honest, we didn't watch it in college either. Um, where are you getting this film, and what are you looking for? And talk, because I think a lot of guys could learn from that and do that and help them prepare.
Yes, sir. So most of the games that we play are usually streamed, and so most of the teams that we play have a stream. So if I know somebody's going to be a starting pitcher or something, and I know who the starter is, I'll go in there, watch how their pitches move, how it breaks, what kind of velo it is. If their curveball moves like this, or if they have a changeup, what they throw in different at bats.
That's awesome, man. And when you're analyzing your own at bats, what do you kind of look for?
I'm just looking if I get two strikes on myself, if I'm having a good approach with my two strike approach, or if I'm still looking to attack the ball, or I have those big hits, so I go back and look at some of my big hits and see what I do right and how to replicate it in the next game.
That's awesome, man. If you're listening to this and you're not doing that, that's something that every player, regardless of skill level, can do to perform better on the field. Well, hey, let's move away from baseball a little bit. You lift a lot of weight and you play
Oh
some
yeah,
other sports. Talk to us about what you like to do athletically outside of baseball.
oh yeah. If I wasn't a baseball player, best believe I'd be a football player. I love going out to the football field. It's awesome playing with the guys and just going out, running over people, running away from people, scoring. And a lot of that has to do with getting to the weight room and getting as strong as possible.
I mean, I saw a video on press where you were deadlifting 500 pounds, and at one point I think I saw you back squatting 400 pounds. That's a lot, man. What do you? How often are you lifting?
In season, I try to lift 3 to 4 times a week, and I go pretty heavy, so I can maintain weight and maintain strength. I also do a lot of stretching to keep mobilization. But out of season, I try to lift 6 to 5 days a week, so I can gain and then get a lot stronger.
Nice. Are you mixing it up every day? Are you hitting all muscle groups every single day?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I hit all muscle groups. I stretch a lot, and I try to get some sprints in, some mobility work. Try to stay explosive and fast.
Are you doing any yoga?
Oh yeah, I do a lot of yoga. I do it every Sunday.
That's awesome, man. We didn't start doing that until college. That's a great thing to do.
Yes, sir.
What about outside of sports, man? You mentioned fishing at one point, I think. What do you like to do?
Oh yeah, I love to play video games too.
What game?
Oh, I love hunting. I like fishing. I like playing video games. Nothing like sitting up in the stand and deer hunting.
Yeah, did you get any last season?
I think I got one. You know, it was a little rough. I really didn't see that many, but one of them walked out in front of me. I had to drop it.
That's awesome, man. I went hunting for the first time maybe in November, and we were out there for a few hours and didn't see anything. Didn't see anything. All of a sudden, we're like, all right, sun's been up for a couple hours. We're heading out. We pass a little Bambi, coming out on the car, get out and pop it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like it was that's one thrill that you just until
Oh
you
yeah.
do it, it's
Anything
like
you can get.
yeah. Awesome, man. Well, any advice you have back to baseball, and we'll wrap up here. We don't want to. This is something we want to keep it short, keep it
Yes, sir.
manageable to listen to. Um, what kind of advice you have for guys coming behind you that maybe have a similar skill level, that are getting ready to go through the process that you've been through, and then also for guys that maybe aren't getting a bunch of coaches reaching out to them all the time.
Yes, sir. You know, definitely for me, I'm one of them undersized guys, but I always have that little chip on my shoulder and strength. I just want to say, like, don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't make it to the next level.
100%, man.
Yes, sir.
You can't you cannot listen to people who say that. I had a
Exactly.
bunch of people tell me that. Man, I graduated high school with no offers and just didn't
Hmm.
quit. Ended up getting a full scholarship
It's
to play
awesome.
D1 ball a month before school started. You know,
Yes, sir.
stuff. Crazy stuff happens all the time, and so can't can't give up. Um, awesome, man. Well, I think anything you got for us?
I love the app. I love the app. It's awesome. I always feel, sometimes you'll be a baseball player or something, and you'll post something, thinking, man, I hope this doesn't get shot down. Then everybody's on the app just hyping you up. It's awesome.
That's what we built it for, man.
Yes, sir. It's a great community.
It's a positive community. People are going to be supportive on there, and you don't have to be the Slade Caldwell to feel confident posting your highlights.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, so that's what we love about it. That's why I we launched this app pretty much while I was still in college, which is crazy because it's been 4 years now, and you've been on there for a
Yeah.
while, man. Let's take a look at your profile. I got a pretty funny comparison up here. So one of the things we didn't even talk about yet is the fact that you played for Team USA.
Oh yeah.
When was that? Tell me about it.
That was the COVID year season, so it was a little different because we had to wear all these masks and there's all these protocols, and we actually didn't end up playing any games because of the COVID restrictions. But it was just awesome going out there and competing against all those guys all across the country, and it was just the best of the best. It was surreal.
Well, it still must have been pretty good to hear your name called for that. But I got a comparison for you. So I am, I guess, a foreigner in a sense because I'm a Great Britain national player, and so I just
Oh,
wanted to let you know that our senior team could have beat y'all's 15U team that year. There's
I
no
don't.
doubt in my mind.
Oh, there's no doubt.
No, I mean it might have been competitive. If I'm being honest.
Yeah,
But no, I'm just kidding. But it's pretty funny, man. That's
that's sick.
awesome.
That's
You
awesome.
got a few more tours ahead of you for sure.
That's sick. How was it?
Um, the international stuff is different, man.
Really?
It's like especially in Europe. You got a few good teams. You got a few really good teams. The Netherlands are phenomenal. Germany puts together a good team. Italy has a bunch of good nationals. The Czechs are pretty good too. They have a good national development league, and then you've got Israel, who's pretty much all like U.S. MLB guys, pro league guys.
Sure.
Great Britain, we try to snag as many guys out of the minor leagues as possible. Shout out Harry Ford.
Yeah, that is
Did
a
great
dog.
for us in the WBC. That was epic. And it's just a different. It's just like the most fun baseball you can imagine. I'm
I can
excited to
imagine.
see you. Play for the USA here in the future. When's the next? I guess it would be this summer for you.
It is this summer. It's the player development program. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun,
man.
really fun.
Awesome. Well, guys, Slade Caldwell, thank you so much for joining the show, man. I'm so excited to track you over this summer. It's a big summer coming up.
Big summer. I think I'm home like 8 days.
Dude. Well, when you're in Atlanta, you got to stop by the office.
Yes, sir. I'll try. Yes, sir. Just send me over.
All right. Hey, you're
Yes,
you're
sir.
invited. We'll get you some merch. That's it. Episode 2.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
see you guys next time. Thanks for listening to the All In Podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode or you're new to the show, we'd love to have you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. And if you like the show, we'd be grateful if you left us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Press Sports, and of course sign up for the app by downloading Press Sports on the App Store or Play Store today. Until we catch up again, we hope you continue pushing the envelope to get closer to reaching your goal as an athlete. Thank you for listening.